The XLT and XRT starter kits come with the wall adapter and USB charger, which can be used with any powered USB port. You'll notice an indicator light on both the wall charger and on the USB connector itself. The USB connector will glow either green or red, indicating which color and status of charge. On the wall adapter, it will simply glow red, showing you that the wall adapter is working. You'll notice that the thread on the bottom of the XL tank is different than the charger adapter, so you cannot accidentally screw in the tank into the charger. After removing the tank from the XLT or XRT battery, simply just screw it into the wall USB charger or any powered port. After screwing in the adapter, you'll notice that the light will blink purple and the color indicator will turn red or green, indicating whether it is charged or whether it needs charging. When the indicator light turns green, simply remove the battery, screw on your XLT tank or your XRT chamber, and you're ready to vape. You'll notice that the e-liquid does not pour out through the mouthpiece, and we'll show you how to fill the XL tank right now. Simply unscrew the mouthpiece. You'll notice a little white grommet that seals the e-liquid from spilling out when you're traveling. Take your e-juice or e-liquid and just depress it along the side of the container. You'll notice indicator marks along the side of the XL tank indicating how full the volume is at any given time. Be careful not to put e-liquid or e-juice into the center of the container where the vapor actually emits from. Also be sure not to overfill the container, as it can cause problems with the vaporizer. Simply screw in your mouthpiece again, make sure it's nice and tight, and then screw on your XLT battery again. Depressing the activation button will glow a violet blue color and then will blink purple if the battery has been used for too long of a period of time. Try not to extend the battery past 10 seconds of activation at any given point, as it can cause damage to the unit. The XLT also has the optional XRT dry herb chamber, which ships standard with the filter tip ring adapter, but not the filter tip itself. Be sure to pick up a filter tip in order to use the XRT chamber with your XLT battery. The XRT chamber also comes with an oil wax adapter, which is a small little metal canister that you can use for putting your waxes or oils into your vaporizer. When you unpack the XRT chamber, if you're using the XLT battery, it's important to note that you will need the filter tip, so be sure to pick that up. You'll notice that the spacer and filter tip ring screws off. Inside you'll find the oil wax chamber that fits securely over the top of the heating element. We recommend that you put a little bit of dry herb in the base of the heating element when you're using oil or wax to make cleanup a little bit easier. So to get started, all you would need to do is screw on the spacer unit, either with or without the oil wax adapter. And then screw the dry herb chamber onto the XLT battery in this case. Screwing the spacer unit on, and then we're going to put the filter tip on after that. We'll show you how to pack your dry herb chamber in just a minute, and some tips and tricks to get the most out of your XRT chamber. There's a small difference between the XLT and the XRT batteries, and we'll notice that in a second. The filter tip comes with an included metal mesh filter that we recommend rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol once or twice every other use or so to clean the filter. Pressing the activation element will indicate that the heating core is heating, and that should depress for about 10 seconds at a time. You'll notice that it will blink purple after 10 seconds of use and cool off for 3 seconds, and then you can depress it again. The XRT chamber and battery have the optional electronic locking feature, which if you depress the activation button 6 times quickly will lock the unit so it won't accidentally go off in your pocket or purse. And if you're using the XLT battery, you can simply screw on the XL tank in exchange for the dry herb chamber at any time. Packing the XRT chamber on either the XLT or XRT battery is simple and straightforward. We're going to use some dried tobacco in this demonstration. Simply take your XRT chamber with the spacer removed, place your herb into the center of the container, making sure that you do not overpack or densely pack the chamber, as it will restrict airflow and your unit will not operate at maximum efficiency. Included in the XRT kit is the packing tool, which is an option for the XLT and can be purchased separately. We're going to pack the unit around halfway to 3/4 full, which is our recommended packing, to get the most airflow and the best vaporization for the unit. We're going to simply just push it down, not too securely, place the filter tip and adapter ring on top, and then we're going to simply screw the whole chamber onto the XLT battery, place the filter tip on, and we'll start the vape. It's a good practice to use dry herb. It is called a dry herb chamber for a reason, in that if the herb is too sticky or too wet, that it won't properly vaporize and you may get burnt material or unburnt material. Depressing the activation button for 10 seconds at a time will heat the heating core up, and we recommend that you go through 2 cycles before taking a smoke. If we unscrew the filter tip, we can see that the herb, or in this case tobacco, is starting to vaporize. We use dried tobacco in this case, which will burn, but normally a dry herb should turn a deep brown to a light black color. It's a good practice to turn on and activate the unit with your herb inside of it and get a feel for how long it takes for your herb to heat up and properly vaporize before you start to smoke. I like to keep the tip held as I depress the activation button, and remember that on the XLT battery you'll have to keep the button depressed. On the XRT battery you simply depress it once, it'll stay lit for 10 seconds. And like I said before, usually it's good practice to let it heat up through one 10-second cycle and then start to take a hit on the second 10-second cycle. Cleaning the XRT is really straightforward. The cleaning packing tool has 2 ends, which you can use to scrape out your material inside the dry herb chamber, and then a little brush end to clean out any remaining residue. Please do not put e-liquids or isopropyl alcohol or any kind of rubbing alcohol inside the unit, as it will damage the sensitive electronics. We've rescrewed on the filter tip adapter and we're ready to go. Thank you for choosing South Beach Vaporizers, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us at info@sobivapes.com.